What's up, everyone? What's up? How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing just fine on this fine Wednesday afternoon. Hawks versus Bucks pre-game live. We'll go for about an hour to two today. See how many people show up. Be chatting the Hawks today. One second, guys. Sorry, guys. I'm on the phone real quick. If you're in here, you can just drop a comment. I'll read it. What's up, Louise? How's it going? Come on the show at 5 Eastern. Ha ha ha. All right, there we go, guys. Welcome to the stream. Sorry about that. I was on the phone. How are you all doing? How are you all doing? How is it going, Luis Velez? Luis Velez, how's it going? Do we win tonight? Yes, I do believe that we win tonight. We played Milwaukee fairly well, just all season long. I feel like we just played them really well, and I look forward to us coming out and doing it for a third time and go ahead and getting this tiebreak. Well, we already own the tiebreaker, but uh, making it three. Not for that sake, but for the sake that we need wins. We need wins. I really wish we could have got that last game. Would have put us in a really good position, another blown opportunity. But you gotta move on, and you gotta you gotta go out and play. You gotta move on. So we gotta learn how to finish. We gotta learn how to sustain momentum. Obviously, it's a tough team tonight, but they did play last night away in OKC. So hopefully their guys would be a little bit tired. And then we're coming in with rest. So we'll see. But I do think that we win. I think we are plus. Well, my prediction is that we'll be at least +5 tonight. I don't think that it's going to be a close win within 5, but I do think that we are +5 tonight. And I just checked ESPN, and they have Milwaukee favored by 4.5 tonight. George Hill out, Pat Connaughton out. I also believe they have, Brooke Lopez out, obviously, and Lindell Wigington is also out tonight. So we will see. We should win. We should win. And it should be a very simple win if we play the game the right way. So yeah, I mean, should be easy wins. I like our chances. But we gotta come out, be ready, and really just play with a tough attitude, tough mentality. I think it. I think that that's the key. And we gotta be ready. We gotta be ready to come out tonight. You know how Milwaukee, their ability to get back into games and their ability to really put a lot of pressure on you, and we gotta be ready for it. We really do got to be ready for it because it's not going to be an easy task to go against them tonight. I believe. Let's see. Yep, they're on a 5-game win streak, so they're looking to make it 6 tonight, and we'll be ready to we'll be ready to pound them. And yeah, so we'll be ready to pound them. But I think that a part of us winning tonight is going to really just be a uh, a big part in really just hopefully sustaining our momentum. Um, what's up, drummer boy? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Really nervous about yeah, I mean, going into tonight, I mean, you know, I think that yeah, they're on a 5-game win streak, but I just have a level of confidence because we beat them twice. Now we beat Boston twice and lost to 'em, two back-to-back times. So, I have confidence in the guys to win tonight. I'll be better with a dub. Yeah, look, we gotta get wins. This late in the season, at this point in the season where seeding is that blown opportunity against Detroit, I was, not well, probably couldn't, you know, tell, but I wasn't happy on the on the show. That Detroit game, man. You look at all the you break down and you look at all the opportunities that we've had uh, from the fact that we shouldn't have been in that position to start off with, all the missed free throws, all the turnovers. Excuse me, the John Collins missed free throw, uh, the bad call on that foul that wasn't a foul because if you go back and you look at it, actually, it wasn't a foul. Um, that foul that Bogey did. Shaking. Look, I disagree with the call. If you go back and you look at it, that wasn't a foul. Um, Cade has the ball. Bogey goes to contest the shot. I don't understand. Look, you got to contest it because what he did was, let's see what I can use. Let's just say my phone is the ball. Bogey goes and he knocks the phone, well, the ball rather. He knocks it out of his hand. Well, not really out of his hand, but he goes, takes a swipe at the ball, and I guess they just thought it was a foul, which it wasn't. I wish that Nate would have kept his challenge for that situation. Even if we would have gone into overtime, we would have probably won the challenge and we would have had Bogey going into overtime. And I thought that was going to be I thought that was a really key thing. But I also am not happy with Nate with his overtime lineup. DeLon, no, he shouldn't be in there. Clint shouldn't be in there. The lineup should have been Trey, Lou, Dre, Gallo, and Collins. That's what it should have been. What's up, Drew? So mad with that foul call? Yeah, it was just a terrible foul call. I mean, if you look at it, it clearly was not a foul, and that ref should be ashamed of himself. He should never be able to ref another game in his career because that was just a terrible call. It looked like it when he went through the guy. To me, no, it wasn't a foul because let me tell you, if it was a foul, when they showed it, Bogey didn't even make contact with any of his fingers, his hand, or anything. He hit. It was really all ball, and I will tell you the only debatable thing was Bogey and his hip going into Cade's rib cage. A little bit, a braise, but he called it as if it was a reach and foul. They were in the bonus, and he went to the line to shoot two, and he made both of them. I was hoping he would only make one of them. But I think that the refs knew that they messed up on that call because that's why they gave us. That's why they're so quick to call the foul on Marvin. Tired of the games being manipulated by bad refs. Yes, Drew, I agree 100%. The refs have not been on our side all season long. We can blame them for a little bit of the games, but a lot of the games we put ourselves in a pretty bad position. But the refs were not good. We have never had a good officiating game to go. Really, I like fair officiating where you call if you're gonna call this call, if you're gonna call it petty on this side, you gotta call it petty on that side. And the both teams will have to live with a petty game. If you're going to let guys play, you got to let guys play on both ends. So that way, both teams have to deal with, the guys playing. They have to both deal with physicality. If you're not going to call, you got to call it even. So that way, there's no complaining. The players are totally focused on the game, and they're not worried about stand back on the other end complaining about calls. Like, hey, why don't you call this? I got hit on the arm, something like that. If you're not going to call that, you don't call it on the other end. So that way it eliminates the excuse. I understand they have a rough job, but it's not a rough job to call the game fairly. If you see a foul, you call it, and you call it on both ends. So if a guy does the same thing on the other end, you got to call it. If there should be no favoritism. I don't care if it's LeBron going against Timothy Luwawu-Cabarrot. If LeBron gets fouled, he'll get it. If LeBron fouls TLC, he better get the call. And that's it. Well, if we can beat the Bucks tonight, that'll get a bad taste out of my mouth from the Pistons game. Yeah, it will for me too, because that Pistons game, man, that was a rough night. I hope Trey gets out of his funk. Not sure what's going on with it. I think Rashad said it. Trey is allowed to have a bad game, but this is where the other guys got to step up. This is where the other guys got to make shots. Because in the Chicago game, we were making shots. Trey just got a little selfish. In the Detroit game, no one was making shots. And Trey had to be selfish to try to see, all right, will a shot fall? And I thought that was why a lot of his shots were taken. No one was really hot. Excuse me. No one was really hot in the Detroit game. Everyone kind of had scattered, and Collins was a little heated, but that came from Trey. So, excuse me again. Sorry about that. But yeah, I just think that other guys around him got to step up. Problem is, we did nothing in trade deadline. Trade didn't have a legit number 2. Drew, help me address that real quick. All right. If anyone watches my channel, or anyone watches me on We Talk Hawks TV, you will know. Blame the okay. You will know that I have total and complete. All right, I'm about to sneeze everything inside of me out, but no, but I have total and complete. One more second. I promise this to be the last one. I have total and complete faith in Travis Schlenk and what he's done so far with us. We've never lost a trade. We never lost in the. Here we go. Okay, I thought I was gonna sneeze. But yeah. And here we go again. You're right, drummer boy. Pollen is so bad. It's bad. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but it's bad. I don't even know how I'm being affected by it because I'm inside. But he says efficiency has been really bad the past couple games. I'm spoiled with. Yeah, I mean, drummer boy, you're completely right. I mean, I think all of us are spoiled with. I think all of us are spoiled with Trae Young's brilliance and excellence because he is just like when he's playing like Trae Young, he's unstoppable. No one's stopping him. We've seen Trae Young go for 56 and 14 and like 6. So Trae Young is pretty much unstoppable. But what he's done hasn't. What has he done? But what hasn't he done? Let me tell you, Drew. I agree 1,000%. 1,000% with Trae Young needs a second option. But I am a full believer, a 1,000% believer in the right deal has to be out there. And I am a full understander in it takes 2 to make a deal. I want the Hawks to go out there and trade for Bradley Beal. I really do. I love Beal and Trey. I love the idea of them in the backcourt. But what will it take for me to go out and get Bradley Beal? And if I'm the GM, I'm also thinking, do I give all my assets for Bradley Beal? Or do I consider I may be able to get a third star if I retain as many assets as I can? So like my offer would be right now, we have 3 first round draft picks this year, and we have like 11 usable ones. So I'm thinking about, hold on, let me read German voice comment. My friend used to point at me and say "chew" when I was about to sneeze, and it always made it go away. I was so mad. I enjoy a good sneeze. I do enjoy a good sneeze as well, but when it gets repetitive, I don't like it, especially when I'm doing something like right now. But anyways, back to what I was talking to Drew about. I, if I had the opportunity, like my offer for Bradley Beal would be maybe DeAndre Hunter, Kevin Herter, Bogey, and 2 first round picks, maybe some seconds. That should get it done. Maybe if you include a third team, that definitely gets it done. But then I also am looking at the market and I see, okay, Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell are not getting along. They want to build around Donovan Mitchell. Let me get on the phone and see what we can do for Rudy Gobert. My offer, Danilo Gallinari, Clint Capella, the other first that we didn't use this year, maybe some other future first. But if you give it all the way at one time, and it's very hard to make a trade, guys. Now, I am on NBA Trade Machine Cap Manager all day, making fantasy trades. Like, oh man, Kyle, let me tell you what I did. I always write all my stuff down, by the way, because just in case it happens, I can pull back and say, hey, here it is. But let me see. Okay, here we go. I got it right here. I got Trae Young, Bradley Beal, Marcus Smart, Rudy Gobert, Ish Smith, Derek White, Buddy Hield, Kyle Kuzma, Miles Turner, all on the same team. And we had KCP. But I put together a 3-team trade where we traded KCP and some more first-round picks along with Houston, trading Christian Wood and Eric Gordon to the Kings, Richard Holmes, Dante DiVincenzo to the Rockets, and we get like the number 4 overall pick from the Kings, and then we draft Paolo Banchero. Like I am full on for getting Trae Young multiple options to where we become more potent, but it's gotta be realistic, and it's to the point where we just can't call a team and say Gallo in the first, give me your star. We can't do that. It's extremely hard to make trades in this league, and I can't listen. I'm not a GM. I would like to be because I feel like Drew, I would definitely get together that fantasy team, but it probably wouldn't work out. But like I'm not a GM, so I can't say what Travis is and isn't doing. So he could be on the phones all day trying to go out and get Bradley Beal. He could be on the phones all day trying to get Ben Simmons. He could be on the phone all day trying to go get Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell, all those guys. But if a deal does not, if the deal does not agree with both sides, the trade will not happen. You just can't say, "Well, I feel like I'm giving you enough. Let's make the deal." If the other side says no, you got to move on, especially at the trade deadline. Because if you keep on dwelling on that one deal that you really really want, and you don't entertain other deals that has the same assets in it, then you're gonna be missing out on some offers that you may think are good. Now, personally, I don't think that Travis got any good offers at the trade deadline. Got any offers that are going to help us at the trade deadline? I think Travis is done making lateral trades like moving a bogey for Evan Fournier. I think that we're done with trades like that. I think the next trade we're looking for, and he said it 2 years ago in his availabilities interview. He said, we have the young assets, we have the veteran that can fill up contracts, we have draft picks that we can go out and acquire a star if one becomes available. Many stars are available. We were in serious talks with the Philadelphia 76ers for Ben Simmons. We just could not get a deal done because we're not taking on Tobias Harris's contract for what he is, because he's not good. Ben Simmons would do good under Nate McMillan. I think that Ben Simmons would really do good under just our system. Trey and Ben would have been really good, but you got to think of what you're sacrificing. You're sacrificing Bogey, Gallo, John Collins. I think you're giving up Hunter. You're giving up. Then he went like 3 first-round picks. Is that truly worth it? When maybe you can make a deal for, maybe you can trade them for Hunter, Collins, 2 firsts and some seconds. and then save your assets because you may be able to go get Rudy Gobert, Bradley Beal, guy like that with your other with the assets that you would just went all in for. That's what the Lakers did. That's why the Lakers don't have um that's why the Lakers don't have any movable assets. That's why at the trade deadline, they wanted to see what they can get for Russ, but teams said, no, I'm not taking that Russ $47 million in the brick all day. No, that's not what we're doing. So then they said, okay, THC, Kendrick Nunn, and the 2027 first round pick, but they have to leave unprotected because that's the only value they got. If they make it protected, that pick is not going to have any value to it. So that's what they had to do, and they're limited on their options because no one wants Austin Reeves, no one wants Carmelo Anthony, no one wants Wayne Ellington, Avery Bradley. They put themselves in that position. That's why they're there. No one wants Dwight Howard, who has given up a legit asset that the Lakers want back to make a difference for Dwight Howard. No one's doing that. Who's giving that up for DeAndre Jordan? No one's doing that. AD maybe. Russ, I think that they should trade Russ to the Knicks and get all those role players back. That's what I think. I think the Lakers need depth, true depth that's not. They're on the verge of retiring. All right, here we go. To me, our second unit is really strong and keeps us in a lot of games. I don't want to deplete our depth just for the sake of getting a second star. I'm probably in the minority with that opinion. Drummer Boy, I agree, and I listen. I don't think we should totally deplete our depth. I think whatever trade we do, we have to get something back to where we're not just getting the star back. Like when the Pelicans traded for CJ, they got Tony Snell, they got Larry Nance Jr., they got those guys back to fill in some spots, but they gave up, a little bit of their depth. But I truly think that if I was trying to trade Bradley, if I was going to trade a lot for Bradley Beal, I would have to look KCP, Ish Smith, Kyle Kuzma. I want those guys back, so that way I won't be left with just nothing. Because that's what the Sixers did. The Sixers did it because they just wanted to get James Harden on the team and see if they can make a title push this year. They gave up Seth Curry, who they're really missing right now. They gave up Drum, where they really needed big man help. They gave up 2 firsts, which really had no value. But Daryl Morey was smart and protected the one in 2027 just in case there's no Joel Embiid in 2027 and they're not good. And he put a lottery protection on that pick, and then he gave up obviously Ben Simmons. So yeah, 76ers and Nets will make it to the finals this year. I disagree. I don't think Philly's making it the second round this year. I think they're another second round exit unless they play the Chicago Bulls because Chicago, Drummer Boy, let's see. I have to go to a stupid work meeting, so I'm out. Thanks for hosting. Let's go, Halls. Yes, sir, Drummer Boy. Look forward to seeing you in the post-game live with MI. Can't wait to see you there. And then, who knows, I might come over here, either do a video or a live stream. I don't know. It's a lot. But thank you so much for dropping by, Drummer Boy. I'll look forward to seeing you next time. But yeah, Drew, I was going to say, maybe, I don't know. I think Miami or Milwaukee can actually make it out. Now, if I had to pick who would make it out of the East between Philly and Brooklyn, I would go with Brooklyn because I don't. Philly's good. Don't get me wrong; they've been playing really good basketball, but I don't know. I just don't. I don't see. I don't know. I just don't see Philly doing it. I don't see Philly making it that far. But I mean, it's fair. It's definitely fair. I do think that. I think it's definitely fair. Let's see. Yeah, the roster I put together was insane. I have right now our starting 5. Yeah, they got James Harden now, but it's if you put them in a 7-game series against Miami, I don't see him beat Miami. I don't really see him beating Milwaukee. I mean, James Harden and I don't, but man, I don't, I just don't see it happening. Like, I think if a full healthy Nets team were to go against a fully healthy Sixers team, I think that the Nets win. I think with Ben, Kyrie, KD, and then you got Seth, and then you got Drummond, then Joe Harris out for the rest of the year. But I was gonna say, I mean, I don't. Nick Claxton's been playing well. Patty Mills been playing well. Cam Thomas been playing well. I don't get me wrong. I'm not giving respect to Philly. It's just I don't see it happening. I mean, right now they currently let's see. Right now they currently sit at the 2 seed. They're 3 games out of the number 1 seed. So if the playoffs started today, they will be playing whoever the 7th seed is. So let's just say Toronto, Brooklyn played. I'd say Brooklyn will win that. Let's say Atlanta, Charlotte play. I say Atlanta won that. Atlanta, Brooklyn, I would probably give it to Brooklyn. No. Brooklyn would go and take the 7. Atlanta, Toronto, Atlanta will make it. So they would play Brooklyn actually in the first round if everything goes the way I just planned it. Harden makes points and is good at assisting. Who better to pass down? I mean, you're right, Drew. But and I've actually said on multiple occasions that if I was most afraid to play any team, it would be Philly. I said that. I just don't see him making it out of the East. Now, Drew, I want you to put together, if you don't mind, because I'm just curious. It's right now it's me in the chat, and I'm just curious. I want you to put yourself in Travis Schlenk's shoes and put together a realistic trade for a star that you would think would go perfect next to Trae Young. And I want you to tell me why you would make the trade and how does this help the team. So, because I mean, my starter five would be Trae Young, Bradley Beal, Marcus Smart, Paolo Banchero, and Rudy Gobert. My bench would be Ish Smith, Derek White, Buddy Hield, Kyle Kuzma, Miles Turner. No one's stopping that team. But I know it's probably not going to happen. Like that's far from realistic. I mean, I know it's not realistic. I just have fun on there. I have fun and make fantasy trades and see what we can do. But hey, I mean, I'm also pretty good with the cap, so let's see. Too much, just one guy. What do you mean? What you mean? Oh, I think Victor Oladipo is about to come back for the Heat after completely disappearing for years. You're throwing in a superstar team. Yeah, I mean, it's unrealistic though. I don't see that happening. Like I know that's not gonna happen. But just I'm just curious, what you think, can what your offers would have been at the trade deadline and it's got to make it's got obviously make sense for the Hawks and it's got to completely improve the team and not be a lateral trade because I think that a lot of teams will do lateral trades sometimes for a better fit, but I don't think the lateral trades really move the needle. Like if only people played Monday, what's up? Tanju Tank, I can't pronounce your last T. He did play Monday. Let's see. What did he score? Victor Oladipo. Oh, he scored 11 points in 15 minutes. He did pretty good. Let's see. He played Monday. So Miami is gonna get even stronger. Oh, let's see. I'll drop it in another video. Got to work. Take care. Appreciate your work. All right, Drew. Take care. Have a good one. Thanks for dropping by. Miami. Yeah, Miami's vicious. Tengu. I mean, they're tough. You know, they're tough, and they still have. They're tough. Let's see. Oladipo shot 2 for 3 from two. Yeah, 2 for 3 from three. 4 for 7 from the field. Okay. 11 points, 15 minutes. I mean, that's not bad at all. But I see Hero went off. I see Tyler Hero went off. Victor Oladipo, man, everyone was wondering when he was going to come back. Everyone was wondering when he was going to come back. Everyone was wondering when he was going to come back. Tengu, I want you to tell me a trade that you would like to see happen for the Hawks, a realistic trade that you would put together for the Hawks. And do you blame Travis Link for failure to get a deal done at the trade deadline to help the team? And Victor Oladipo on the Heat, adding that because they were already vicious without him, and now they got him, and he just put up 11 points, 15 minutes. I mean, first of all, I better go add him on the fantasy league. Better go do that now, because if he's still available, because guys have to hop on him real quick. Let's see if I can. Oh, someone released Gary Trent Jr. 22. All right, just add a Victor. Oh man, yeah, you're gonna be tough. Yep, here we go. Perfect. Couldn't save that. But yeah, guys. All right, let's see. You know what? I'm not mad. We didn't trade anyone. We need defense, but we sacrifice offense when we trade. Yes. Tengu, listen. It's gonna take Travis to trade Trey for me to be mad at. Travis, to me, for what we've done and given up, we have won everything we have won everything we've done. You go, you look at Travis's track record. You look at the Cam Reddish trade. We got another first round pick that we can use that has value to it. We got a guy in Kevin Knox who was the 9th pick versus Cam Reddish was the 10th pick. So essentially, if you break down the trade, we traded the 10th pick. No, I'm sorry. We traded the 10th pick for the 9th pick, and we got a future first to it. And we were able to dump off a guy who was hurt, and we just got and we dumped some salary. They waived him afterwards, but we opened up the roster spot and released some salary. So what Travis has done, and then you look at the DeLon Wright trade. We gave up a second-round pick and Bruno Fernando to get DeLon Wright. Bruno was terrible. Terrible. And the second-round pick, that was in 2024. And we traded it to the Kings. So we gave up practically nothing for DeLon Wright. And we got him. We were supposed to have Tristan Thompson, but that's okay. That's okay. You look at the trades that we made, and we got draft picks, we got draft capital for when we decided to rebuild. We drafted great guys, great tradable pieces, great tradable assets, and we got them. Bruno was bad. DeLon puts in work. Look, Tengu, you can't tell me that Travis has not done a great job. He's done a fantastic job for what we've done. Now, if you're talking about Travis went out there and traded John Collins and DeAndre Hunter and Kevin Herter and 3 first-round picks for like Christian Wood and Eric Gordon and 2 second-round picks, like that's dumb trades. Like the trade that the Kings made. I was a fan of the trade because I saw people hating on Sabonis, and I love Sabonis. I think Sabonis is a great player. He was an all-star for a reason. But it made no sense to trade Tyrese Halliburton, a young rising star, for Sabonis. That trade made no sense. Travis is not up here. Travis is not. Hey, yeah, I like to trade. Let's go ahead and trade DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, Kevin Herter, and I'll throw in Sharif Cooper for you, and I'll even give up a second-round pick. But you got to trade me. If you trade me, what's his name? Try to think of the if you trade me Tobias Harris, no one's doing that. That makes no sense. And they're like, well, we got Tobias, he's good. No, Travis and I have been making trades like that. Travis has done a really great job. And there are some non-moves that I would have liked to have seen us jump. Like, all the rumors I saw out there were not good. The rumors that I saw out there with us trying to make like trading like Kevin Herter to the Kevin Herter for, I think it was Josh Hart. That trade really doesn't make any sense for us. It doesn't improve our team. That's a lateral trade. That's a trade where your team goes just like this. Just a different person in the locker room. And you lose a young player. John Collins for Marcus Smart or Derek White. That makes no sense. We are already overloaded at the guard position. You're talking about trading Collins for another guard? Travis wasn't having that. The Ben Simmons trade. John Collins, Bogey, Gallo, I think it was DeAndre Hunter, 3 first-round picks to get Tobias Harris and Ben Simmons. No, that makes no sense. Why would I trade Collins, Bogey, Gallo, Hunter, and all my first-round picks this year to get $37 million worth of nothing in Tobias Harris, and a guy who hadn't even played yet, and the trade deadline was a month ago, and he still hasn't played in over a year and a half, and he still hadn't played because now he's talking about he has back soreness. Travis Link is a smart guy. You can't put pressure on him and say, "Oh, you should have traded for LeBron James and Stephen Curry." We no. The trades like that don't happen every day. Yes, I agree, Tengu. That Simmons trade would have been horrible for this team, this franchise. Tobias Harris, he stinks. That's why now he can play his terrible role in Philadelphia because now Maxey stepped up. Jay got James Harden. Embiid is being Embiid. Now Tobias Harris can play his 10-2 game every game and player teams, the team and the fans can't really complain about it because he's playing this role. and it's becoming more than enough. But I'm telling you now, like all the trade rumors I saw out there were terrible for the Hawks. Terrible for the Hawks. I saw somewhere the Hawks were gonna trade Collins for Collins and Herter for Al Horford. What GM would do that? I tell you what, if I was the GM, I would have probably made a trade at the trade deadline, but I can't blame Travis for not. At the trade deadline, I would have been trying to move DeLon Wright and Lou Williams. What can I get for them together? I would try to get one player. Like I would have gotten in contact with a team like the Nuggets. Hey, DeLon, Lou, for Monte Morris. Maybe Will Barton. I don't know how really good he is at the point guard position. A consolidation to where we can play Knox, and then we're not going to give up everyone for one player. I'm all for getting superstars, but we have got to use our assets wisely. You don't get, let's just say, your goal, you got this big house. You have this big house, but one of the advantages to your house is all the bedrooms in it. All the bedrooms. But that one thing that you have an issue with, there's not even half as many bathrooms as there is bedrooms. And you say, you know what? That's true. But I also don't have, let's just say, I also don't have as many actually, you know what? I tell you this. I tell you what. I'll put it like this. You go in and you need, let's just say, 6 bathrooms. You want 3 of them bigger than the other. And you go and you're on a $60,000 budget. And you go and you spend $55,000 on those 3 bathrooms and have $5,000 left for the rest of the 3 bathrooms. The point I'm trying to make is you don't give away all your assets for one guy. You have to use them wisely so that way you can continue to be flexible in your trades. Gallo and Bogey in the first or two, see what that can get you. If that can get you close to an all-star, if that can get you a guy close to an all-star you're looking for, or you can go get a player where that particular team is just looking for draft picks. We got plenty of those. Take those. Take 2 or 3 young guys. We'll take the all-star. You don't go out and trade Collins, Clint, Bogey, Herder, 6 first-round picks. Give me Anthony Davis. No one does that. Well, except for the Lakers. But you don't do that. You don't do that. You be patient. You evaluate everything. And that's and I love what Travis has done. You evaluate everything. And once you come up with a deal that is acceptable, that is going to leave you flexibility to do other big deals, we're good. Because now you look at the Lakers, they're stuck in a position where they are forced to make nothing but lateral trades. They have no good trade pieces. They have the next draft pick they can trade is in 2027. THD is terrible. You got Kendrick Nunn, who hasn't even played this year. He's terrible. And those are their assets. Russell Westbrook has been terrible. No one wants his contract. So he's not tradable. So guess what? KCP, Kyle Kuzma, Josh Hart, Julius Randle, all those guys are gone from the Lakers. They have no more assets because they spent them on 2 guys. 2 guys. And you can thank LeBron James for that. Again, no one wants Carmelo Anthony. No one wants Avery Bradley. No one wants what's his name? Wayne Ellington. No one wants Dwight Howard for what they want for him. So it's not going to happen. What's up, Andy Smith? How's it going? Long time no see. I know you're an OG, though. I used to see you in the comments all the time. Welcome to the stream. I know Capella's having a rough season, but I would not trade him. I love I love him and rotation. Ariza. No one wants Trevor Ariza for what they're asking for him. They've been trying to get an above average role player for a while. if you give me Wayne Ellington and Trevor Ariza, I'll trade you Aaron Gordon. No one's doing that. No one's doing that. No one's like, well, I really do like Dwight Howard, DeAndre Jordan, and Carmelo Anthony. Hey, if you give me those and that 2027 useless first round pick, I'll give you Spencer Dinwiddie and Kyle Kuzma and all them guys. No, it's not happening. Andy says, bro, I can really see John Collins being traded in the offseason. I can see that happening. I can see everyone except for Trae Young being traded in the offseason if things don't go right. Travis Schlenk is the GOAT. He's not putting up with no mess. And y'all say, he didn't do that trade deadline. He didn't do that trade deadline. We should have made a trade. If we would have made a trade, it would have been a trade that would have made us worse at the trade deadline. Talking about trade Collins and DeAndre Hunter and Jalen Johnson to the Detroit Pistons for Jeremy Grant. No, that makes no sense. Travis Schlenk, he has the offers right at his foot, all laid out, all on his table, saying, okay, no, doesn't make us better. Swept him down. Let's see if we can get something else. What's up, Caden? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? We're just talking about Travis Schlenk and all his deals, or talking about how you don't want to just mortgage everything for one guy. Yeah, you gotta use your assets wisely. But it wouldn't make sense. Like Andy, I gotta tell you, I want to ask you, what is your asking? Actually, I want to hear everyone in the chat's asking price. What is an acceptable asking price for John Collins? Don't forget his contract. Don't forget that he's supposed to be Trae Young's number 2. What is the asking price that you would take for John Collins? Now, I personally, what I paid him, I want either an all-star or I want above average role players. I'm talking about well above average role players. And I want some first round picks unprotected. I gotta get back something really, really good for John Collins. It's just not going to be, Dorian Finney-Smith, Maxi Kleber, first round pick. No, that's not going to work. It's not going to be, we'll trade you like the Wizards. The Wizards. The Wizards tell us, well, we'll give you Ish Smith and Davis Bertans. No. The Bertans is you talking? Yeah, y'all are upset about Collins being a liability on defense. I mean, you really be crying about Davis Bertans. I don't know if you've seen him on defense this year. Dude can't guard a park chair, a park car, whatever the saying is called. Can't guard it. He can't guard this desk that all my stuff is on, and it stays still. I mean, dude can't guard anything. And then you're talking about Davis, and who wants that? That's a terrible offer. That's a terrible. Teams don't take the Hawks seriously. So what they do is they try to get over on them. After the Knicks trade, oh my goodness. Everyone, oh my God, we fleeced the Hawks front office. They acted like the Knicks fans acted like they got Paul George in his prime. You got a player that has many flaws, didn't want to be here, and we got the 9th pick and a first round pick for the 10th pick. I mean, if we give Kevin Knox the minutes, I'm sure that he will play well. He didn't get picked 9th for nothing. We got to look at what he was doing in college. Let him do it. Guarantee you he'll be exactly what people panned him out to be when he got drafted in the NBA 9th overall. Same way they got Cam Reddish, and they want Cam Reddish to be what he was supposed to be panned out to be when we drafted him 10th overall. So, and we got a first round pick on top of that. I don't want to hear anything talking about Travis this, Travis that, Travis bad, Travis don't know what they're doing. Fire Travis. I don't want to hear any of that. This is the best ownership and front office that we've had in a very, very long time. Just because we don't make a trade at the trade deadline does not mean that teams are telling us, well, if you give us Gallo and Bogey, then we'll give you Bradley Beal. Take it or leave it. No, it wasn't deals like that out there. It wasn't the 2K My League GM trade override trades on. No, it was trades that didn't make any sense for us, but made sense for other team. I'm especially not doing that for the Philadelphia 76ers. Not only do you give him depth, you give him Collins, who can really develop alongside Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey, and then you give him Bogey, a shooter, along with, at that point, you're going to be adding Bogey to Seth. Those two can shoot. Then you add Gallo along with Niang and Drum. No. Here's the thing. And here's what I said. I don't know. I went back and watched a couple of my old videos, like my really raw videos. And one of the things I talked about on one of them is because when we were almost convinced that John Collins was going to be signed and traded, this was before he got signed. I said Chicago is interested. At the time, Lauri Markkanen was getting ready to be traded. At the time, I was like, well, Collins for Lauri. But I said one thing we cannot do, and that's why I backed out of it so quickly, is we cannot build other teams for them, and then we get, pretty good guys in return. If we would have traded John Collins to the Chicago Bulls, we would have given him a lineup of Lonzo Ball, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, John Collins, Nikola Vucevic. Lethal. And you know what we would have did when we played against them? Lost all 3 games, or 4, however many we played against them. We'd have lost them all. Because Collins fits perfectly in the Bulls system. They've been wanting them for a while, and Travis stayed strong and said, if you don't give me this, you're not getting this. If you don't give me Zach LaVine, you're not getting John Collins. If you don't give me DeMar DeRozan, you're not getting John Collins. If you don't give me Nikola Vucevic, you're not getting John Collins. It's that simple. And this is how it'd be if I was the GM. If you don't give me this, you're not getting this. Someone calls me, if a team calls me and says, hey, GM Analyst, we really like Collins. Well, only thing I'm really let's say the Warriors call. Warriors like, I'll trade you Andre Iguodala. I'll trade you Damian Lee and Juan Toscano Anderson. The 2nd round pick. You know what I'm gonna do? Hang up. I don't want that. I demand Andrew Wiggins and multiple first, or I demand Klay Thompson. I'm not taking less just because, if I don't do this, the fans are going to be mad. If I don't do this, people are going to be mad. I always like I'm ranting, but I'm just saying. I'm just making it clear. There's no way I would just make trades just to make trades. I think trades are very exciting. I'm sitting here on trade deadline at the edge of my chair, sitting here just waiting to make a video about the Hawks. Sitting here on Twitter, refreshing all day long. Oh my God, Hawks. Come on, Woj. Talk about the Hawks. Woj, Hawks. They go hand in hand. Woj, Hawks. And then I'm sitting here like, okay, well, if we don't make a move, I won't be mad. Because the only guy I really wanted moved was DeLon Wright. Let's see what we can get for him. I said, we got first. I said, we got DeLon Wright. I said, see what we can get. I said, see if we can get an upgrade at the backup point guard position. But we didn't. I said, DeLon Wright. I said, he's got to go. I said, and I even guaranteed the night before the trade deadline, I said, guaranteed DeLon Wright's not on the roster by tomorrow. And then he was. But, I mean, I'm not upset. I mean, I know Caden was not happy when we didn't do anything at the trade deadline. I know he was not happy. But you know me, optimistic me. I said, well, I got it right here. I said, well, actually, yeah. I'll read. I said, well, we can still look at the I said we can still look at buyouts. And I mean, we didn't do that. But also I want to say, just because we didn't do anything in the buyout market does not mean that we can't do anything in free agency. This is still free agency where you can sign players. You can still sign players who were waived. You can still sign players who were just not signed at the beginning of this season. You can still sign guys like that. Tristan Thompson was bought out. DeAndre Jordan was bought out. DJ Augustin was bought out. Anna's Freedom was waived. Dennis Smith Jr. was waived. Isaiah Thomas was not signed. DeMarcus Cousins was waived. DeMarcus Cousins then became not signed. Now he's with the Denver Nuggets. They had like 29 the other night. We can still do things like that. The buyout market just didn't work out for us. Like Goran Dragic, he got traded and bought out, went to a contender. You got to be a contender if you want to buy out Canada. If you're not getting them. You got to look at free agency. So, I mean, oh well. But tonight's gonna be a great night. I feel it. I feel like we're definitely gonna get a really good game tonight by our Hawks. I feel like as long as we get out on a good run, we can't get out and let them bury us early, and we have to use all our energy to come back. And then the story of the game is late game execution. We didn't execute. We just didn't play hard enough. We didn't do this. We didn't do that. So Kevin Huerter is probable for tonight. Nate said he went through a full shoot around. So I would make the assumption that he's gonna be cleared to play tonight. That's what assumption I would make, but I could be wrong. And I hope I'm not wrong, but I hope I'm right. And hopefully he will play, because if he plays, then that means we'll have a fully healthy roster, which I love the idea of that. Also, I believe Trae Young will play like Trae Young tonight, so nothing to worry about. But we're going to be in Milwaukee tonight. We're on a 5-game win streak, 23-12 at home. We're 12-20 on the road. Not the best road team. We got to go in there and beat them. That Detroit loss was absolutely just ridiculous. We got to go in there and beat them. Got to go in there and beat them, especially since this Bucks team is coming off a back-to-back. So, that should say a lot. Look, we should be able to beat this team. They're just coming off a back-to-back. We got to be able to beat them. But again, overall, I'm excited for tonight. I think that tonight is gonna be really good. I feel like we can do a really good job. As long as we come out, set the tone, play well. I really do like our chances for tonight. I think it's gonna be a really good game, tough game. Yeah, I mean, we can't let certain guys go off. They got Serge and Grayson, and they got Javon Carter and DeAndre Bembry. They got Chris and Drew and Giannis and Bobby, and all those guys. They got Wesley Matthews. We got to be ready for them. In my opinion, I still feel like we had the better team. We had the better team equipped to beat this team. But we got to be ready for them. We beat them twice this year. We got to get them this time, because I think they're going to be fully healthy this time, based off of the guys that they didn't have last game. Like the last game, they didn't have Drew Holiday. The game before that, they didn't have Chris Middleton. So we got to be ready to come out and beat them. So, we shall see. We shall see. It's going to be an extremely tough game tonight. So just got to be ready, because we're 3-2 out of our last 5. They're 5-0 out of their last 5, and we got to find some type of rhythm. When you look at the schedule, you always mark Detroit off as a win, but we didn't win. So we got to find some type of rhythm. Let's see. Look at our schedule. Let's see. All right, Milwaukee. Then we go back home to play LA, the Clippers, and then we got Indiana, Portland, Charlotte. We got to string together at least a 5-game win streak, at least before the end of the season, or we're not going to make what we need to make, which is playoffs. I mean, I want us to make the playoffs even if we have to go through the play-in, but we'll see. We will see. But Let's see. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the stream, guys. I want to thank all y'all for tuning in, from Louise to Drummer Boy. Very good, great uh, uh, supporter, member. I want to thank Drummer Boy and Louise and Drew, and Tong T. I can't pronounce the name. T, Andy, CADEN. Really great guys. You check the description for all important links. Only important links make it down there. So just check down there, and I will see you guys halftime show. Hawks versus Bucks tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern time. I will see you guys at my halftime show. It's gonna be a late post game show tonight, over on We Talk Hawks TV, because since the game does not start until 8, it's gonna be really late. I might have a post game here, I might not, but I will see you guys whenever. Probably my halftime show. I will see you guys then, and yeah, y'all have a good one.